You don't care? What are you telling them? They didn't see that when we defended the belts.
Well, it's wrestling. You know how it is.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the meat and bones of it. So this week, Hannibal, who has Hannibal TV, probably the OG of the shoot interview when YouTube first came out. I'm personally not a big fan of the man or the character. Between
And kind of nobody is. When I like him, I still do, even though he just fucked me over. Um, I liked him, man. He's an alcoholic. He's trying to beat that. And I have my battles with that, of course. Um, so I see common grounds there. But I just liked him, man. I liked him. I thought he put on a class act with his show when he would do podcasts. He got three cameras. Nobody else did that. Three
Wait a
cameras.
minute, me and Jimmy did. Me and Jimmy had three cameras.
Well, y'all had a studio though.
Yeah,
Y'all had an
yeah,
actual TV place.
right.
Yeah, but he didn't. He had the hotel rooms, and nobody else had done that. And I was like, wow, this guy. Okay.
Hmm.
And there was thing too. It was supposed to be like an hour and a half, and we went way over it. And he gave an extra 150, $200, whatever it was. Sit here, man, for going over. Nobody does that.
No, no.
Nobody does.
So you're giving him his
You
props,
don't
and
do it.
I
You don't
appreciate.
do it. You
No,
don't do
but listen, we don't go over either. So
it.
hey,
Yeah, we do. We have.
you go over. I don't.
I
I
think
try to
so.
get off. But listen, so that's a great prop for Hannibal, right? So again, you've been on his show
Many
numerous
times, yeah.
times. So I was surprised to see that a video came out where he's just started trashing you. And again, Marty, you do have a temper. Everybody knows that. You get a little pissed off sometimes, and it
You
happens.
know it better than anybody.
Absolutely. And I was shocked that if he was having a disagreement with you, he felt it necessary to go on his program and trash you. I
Yeah.
thought that should have handled personally, so I wrote you. So, what were you thinking at that moment? Were you surprised he was doing this?
I didn't want to have to hurt him. I know he's supposed to be a badass martial art guy, um, but I was too, and I know what I can do. And that was the first thing I started thinking. Even with my bat, I don't need my ankles. I know what to do with my hands. Um, but I didn't want to go there with it. I was just like, it actually hurt me. It hurt me. It's like, because I looked at him as a friend. And when you see a friend trash you like that, it's like, like, what the fuck, man? And what it was, and I'll tell, I don't, shouldn't be talking money and shit out here, but I
Why
told him,
not?
I don't know. But I told him, give me 10 grand. I'll give you the best interview you've ever had. And because where shorts are where it's at. He's going to tear a 2 hour interview into like 100 shorts. And
Sure.
that's where
And when you mean shorts, like 5, 6 minute
five
videos,
minutes,
10 minute videos,
7
yeah,
minutes, yeah.
sure.
You're the one that taught me that. You're the one that said that's where the money's at.
Well,
And
again, because some people don't have the time to watch an hour interview. Sometimes,
and I
whatever,
think
and
you were the one.
you give them all different flavors, right, of the
Yeah,
interview.
and I think it was you that told me, um, the studies like 10
Yes.
minutes is the attention span. So yeah, man, who wants to watch an hour and a half? Somebody talking for an hour and a half. Fuck. But no, I said give me 10,000. I'll give you the best interview you ever got because we'll go right down the line. Because Brett just came out with that shit about Sean. I'll go right down the line and talk about every star that I know. I mean, I can't talk about the ones I don't know,
Yeah.
but I'll tell stories that people will like. I mean, I'm not going to trash none of my boys ever, ever. But I tell things that people don't know. But and that's what I offer to them. Give me ten
So,
thousand.
so just to make it clear, he's like, "Hey, man, give me 10,000. I will give you every story. Come clean, whatever." And
He was offended by it, evidently.
why? Why do you think he was offended by you? Look, all he could say is no, right? No, Marty, no, thank you.
No, and he didn't tell me shit. He didn't say nothing to me. He went on the internet. But that's why I was, it shocked me. It did hurt me because I like him. I did, and I probably still do. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. When I saw it, I'm like, I was just, no way. He's not doing this to me. He's not doing this to me. Man, should I go tell? Everybody knows about the Abdullah thing, Abdullah's butcher. Um, so it's not for me to go tell that story. But
Well, well, just let's stop there for a second. So,
that's what
anybody that knows, right? Abdullah the Butcher.
that's where you got
Rest,
hepatitis C.
well, this is his claim, okay, that he won and he won in court, okay. He didn't get any money, but again, as a wrestling fan that knows very little about um, Hannibal, nor do I give a shit. He
You love him.
bled all the time, and when you
Is
start playing
Hannibal
with
or
blood,
Abdullah?
yeah, bled, and
Abdullah.
they were bleeding. Both of them were bleeding.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well,
at what?
the story
Good.
was is he used the blade that Abdullah had used. That's the story, and I believe it. I mean, that's possible.
Well, listen, I'm close with Tony Atlas. He's used that blade on Tony Atlas, right? Let me put it this way: I'm sure anybody that he's cut open has the same, like he's using the same, not the same exact blade, but he's bled on that blade. So why wouldn't everybody have hepatitis C?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't answer that. I
All
know
right,
what I wouldn't do, and I bled a lot. I wouldn't use somebody else's blade. No, brother.
I agree, but then again, do you believe Hannibal's story that he didn't know that Abdullah was using the
Old
blade that he
blade, like
used?
a
Yeah, do
three
you
weeks old.
believe that, or do you think that's his excuse for being a stupid ass?
I believe you stupid ass if you used it. Why would you use somebody else's blade that they cut themselves open with 2 days ago, and you're going to use it? No, man. What the fuck? What is wrong with you? I mean, and if you did,
So,
you're supposed to be a badass martial artist. God bless him for that, because it's stupid in the head if you did that.
so part
But he got paid though, from what I heard.
from who? Abdullah?
Yeah, I guess.
I heard he didn't get paid. Honestly, I heard there
You
was no
know,
money to get
you
paid.
know why? Because Abdullah says he can't read.
I know, I know. Abdullah's a pretty smart guy. You got to give him a little bit of credit, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Um,
You know who couldn't read?
who?
Jimmy Snuka.
This I know. This I
Oh, you
know.
did know? Okay.
Yeah, we
He'd
went.
come to me in the airports because we were real close. He'd come to me in the airports. Marty, where's our bags? Because he couldn't read nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Where's our bags? Like, oh, okay, come on this way.
Well, I
And
remember he was signing an autograph for Jimmy, and he goes, "Oh, we have the same name," and then he spelled Jimmy wrong, and we are like, "Woof."
that's funny. And
So
his real name is James. And we were in
James
a club.
Snuka.
Yeah. No, James. Fuck, I can't even think of his last name now. But it was James, his first name. We was in a club one time. It got drunk as hell. We all were. And for whatever reason, he got upset with this dude. And he went up to him and he grabbed him. This nasty boy, so like a Vulcan mind transplant. He had his fingers in his eye socket and thumb underneath him. Had him like that. What is the name they call you, brother? And he said, James, I don't like that name. That's his own goddamn name. What is the true? He said, what is the true meaning of love? Oh, and the guy was scared to death, right? He can't hardly talk. He's got fucking choked up. When two people love it. No, that's not the true meaning of love. We're like, God damn, Jimbo, come on, man. Let the man go.
Well, I got to ask you this: since you knew Jimmy, did he ever tell you about the whole Nancy Argentino thing? Did that ever come across? You guys never discussed that at all?
No. And we got, me and him got very close. We were very close.
And it never came up in conversation, huh?
I knew about it. I heard, let me put it that way. I heard about it, but I wasn't going to ask him, hey, Jimmy, you kill that girl?
You killed that girl. What did you say, Marty? Let's go back to Hannibal. So Hannibal goes on a second interview, not interview, but a second program.
Yeah, I ain't seen that one. I heard.
Yeah, well, so I'm going to say some things that he said, and I want you to return serve. So he basically, I guess you went on your Facebook page and you wrote a couple of things about him
Yeah.
beating up a girlfriend, which, by the way,
Yeah.
I will say clearly, I don't know if you know Andrew Anderson, but you definitely knew Kevin Sullivan. And both of them would constantly talk to me about Hannibal, that they felt Hannibal was on the spectrum. What do you think of those
What
comments?
does that mean?
Like you got the level of like normal brain function, and then you've got people that are less than mental, right? So mentally retarded. How's that? He's the cusp of being mentally retarded. This is what Kevin Sullivan used to say.
He comes off as that in interviews, don't he? It's like, oh, but what happened with? It's like, God damn, man, this guy's fucking slow. But like I said, man, I liked him, so I shouldn't be. I'm not gonna dog him now. I was shocked that happened.
Well,
yeah.
he started pointing out, I guess he looked at some history, and I guess at some point you were arrested for domestic assault that he found, and he was talking about how you assaulted women.
I've never assaulted. There was a domestic, what was called?
Domestic dispute, right? That
Yeah,
happens all the
something
time.
like that. Yeah. It was argument me and my girl had like at 2 a.m. That was right after I got my contract. I just, from the Rock reunion, and then the next day I had a match with Kurt Angle, and everything was so good. They were like, "We're gonna make you the top heel," because the plan was for me to turn on Sean, for us to get back together and go through. They had it planned for WrestleMania that year. It was supposed to be me and Sean versus the McMahons, and at the end I turned and super kicked Sean, and top heel.
Yeah.
And and $1 million contract, man. I never got paid that much in the business. $1 million. It was actually a flat rate of what they call it, lower end. When Johnny Laurinaitis gave me the contract, he said you get 400,000 lower end. What's lower end mean? He goes, if you don't work but one day this year, you're getting 400,000. That's like the guarantee. But he said the way we're going to use you, you're going to make $1 million. God damn it, I didn't get to, man, because that argument that night, we were screaming. It was mostly her, but the neighbors heard the screaming at like at 1:32. If it wouldn't have been like 2 a.m, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But it was 2 a.m, so that's loud as shit. And he called the police. They came, they checked it out, and they left. But I was on probation for DUI, and in the state of Florida, if the police are called to where you live, it's a violation. VOP, violation of probation. And I had to go to jail for a while and lost that contract, man.
Damn, dude. Then he said that he's always been, you established that he actually, you went it over, he paid you for it. I mean, you're giving the guy his props. He did say that, you're not worth it anymore, right? He doesn't make any money.
Who said that?
That's what Hannibal said a second time. He showed that how much he's made on your last video, and you're not worth it. And
if that's true, it's true. But why you gotta go say that shit?
Well, that's my point. Is like, why? Again, Marty, I've known you for a long time, and really, in your heart, you're a really nice guy, right? Again, everybody's had moments, but you're a nice dude. But it's like, I feel like. You need to say something about this dude, right? No, I think you need to say something about the dude because, and I mean, just honestly from your heart.
What would you say?
I would say there was no reason to go on air because I asked you for $10,000 for a super shoot interview. All you had to say was no. We had built a relationship together where I was trying to build my podcast. You were helping me. We were working together.
Yeah,
right?
And he made it sound like that I was telling him, if you do this or else. Wasn't like that at all, bro. Wasn't like that at all. I left the voicemail. I got his answer machine. And I say, hey, brother, give me 10,000 and you'll get the best interview. You make all them shorts you want.
For some reason, he claims it's 1,000, so I don't know where that confusion comes. Right?
I do. Um, there was somebody who's going to pay me 1,000 a month to do a podcast.
Okay.
And I may have even talked to you about it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you might have.
Is that good? Because it's once a week. So 4 times a month, $1,000. I can use that. Just pay my bar tab. And with him, he always gave me 500 to 1,000 individual, like each time I would do a show. So that's why I was saying 10,000. All because I started learning about the shorts was where the money's at. That's what I was really trying to tell him, to make all the fucking shorts you want. I'll talk about all the guys in my era.
By the way, Marty, I want to say that he showed your live video money. He did not show your short video money. I did catch that too. So I was like, if you're going to tell a story on air, tell the entire story. You should have showed all the clips that you made from your interviews and showed everybody how much you make.
Yeah. But he did what he did. It surprised me, man. It really surprised me. Because I thought me and him had a friendship. Like me and you. I mean, we'd call and talk on the phone.
Right. So why didn't you reach out and say, why are you doing this?
Because it hurt me so bad at first. I think the first thing I called and told him that he better never get to see me in person. Which is kind of a threat. And on Facebook, I said, tell all your friends goodbye, which a lot of people told me, Marty, get that shit off. It's like, it's a threat.
Yeah.
And my brother got really pissed off. He was, Marty, if somebody else does something to him now, you're going to jail. You said that. Yeah. But I mean, I was hurt that bad. That at first it was going to hurt him. But then it was just like, you can't trust nobody. I can't trust you.
No, you can trust me. What am I going to say? Well, maybe you can. Who knows? I don't know. You know me. I'm going to go through some things he's done, right?
Jimmy. I trust Jimmy.
I know you trust Jimmy. You like Jimmy better than me. You always have.
No,
what are you going to do?
Yes,
you do. Yes, you do. You always like, where's Jimmy? Where's Jimmy? Where's Jimmy?
He never got ugly to me. You did once.
Listen, dude, arguments are arguments. That's what men have. Men argue, and then you get over it, right? It's like, get over it. End of story. Okay, let's talk.
You tried to go to the studio.
Just shut up. You just stop it. By the way, those videos,
still out there.
I think one of the TikTok videos of that's got like 500,000 views or something like ridiculous.
Really?
Like, oh yeah. Best working punch you got in the world.
We didn't get paid for that.
No, we didn't. Let's talk about some of the things Hannibal's done. I want you to, because we're running out of time. I do not want to go over.
What do you got, an hour?
Yeah. And your time is valuable, and I'm not going to take advantage of it. Goes to Las Vegas.
Me, brother. Don't worry about it.
goes to Las Vegas, claims to be run over by a car, but the story's being told is that he's such a fucking wacko, he jumped out of the car. Thoughts about that? Do you think that's true? And I want you to weigh in on it.
I've heard he's a whack job. And with what I just researched, there was no reason for him to react like that. So maybe it is a whack job. I should have recognized that before I befriended him. But I didn't. I just thought we got a lot in common, me and this guy, and I liked him, man. We talked money a lot. We talked business a lot. We was going to work together. He was going to give me, I think it was $500 per podcast once a week. And then he said, well, I just had to spend a bunch of money on some movie or some shit he did. And he goes, I don't have the money.
This dude's always doing something stupid. All right, hold on. So then he's involved in some Texas organization that James Beard is running along with Sullivan and Anderson. And he decides he's going to get drunk one night and runs a spike through some dude's head that gets picked up from TMZ. Thoughts about that? Him taking advantage of some possible old referee jamming a gold spike into his head until the guy's bloody mess.
Who said that though?
It's
Where
true.
they,
That's what he did. He did that. That is a factual thing. That is legitimately factual. Now, again, Hannibal's a big dude, right?
yeah, and he's a martial art guy.
Well, steroid man, big dude, whatever. And he decides, and I, again, Sullivan and Anderson confirmed this because they were all involved with James Beard. James Beard confirmed this. He got drunk off his ass and took the spike and jammed it into that dude's head.
Yeah, he is off then. I mean, I couldn't do that. I mean, as mad as I get, like I was real mad at you one time, you know that.
Yeah.
But I could never do that. I couldn't. I mean, you got to be a little wacko to do something like that. Take something and put it through a person's, into their body. That's something I couldn't. And I've had some incidents over my life, but that's something I never stabbed nobody. I didn't ever even shoot nobody. So I don't understand.
Well, that's what he brought up on his last video too. That your claims that which you announced on our show, by the way, he got credit for it, but you announced it on our show that you had a falling out with a guy who tried to molest you, and he might have disappeared. Yeah, so he was posting about that too, about all the problems you had. Let me ask you this. Everybody knows that Hannibal tried to commit suicide, but instead of someone that just commits suicide, he decides that he's going to go on air to show everybody that he tried to commit suicide.
Oh, he admitted to it?
Oh, he went on air, showing everybody what he did. He was in the hospital.
Okay, now I know I can't be friends with him, man, because if he's like that, one night when I'm sleeping, he might show up and kill me. Everybody told me he was a whack job. Everybody was getting on to me. Marty, what are you doing? What are you doing with him? He's fucked up. He's fucked up. Look at his interviews. He looks slow. He looks retarded. Or he talks retarded, when he asks, oh, what do you think happened, bro? I mean, it does appear that. But if he's stabbing himself and other people, I don't need to be around it.
Well, again, give the guy props. He was the OG of the, it started with Sean Oliver with the shoot interviews, but he was smart enough to find YouTube, I think, when it first started and start doing his shit and making his money. But again, you're right. How about this one? He said you're not allowed in Canada, but he's never been arrested. And why I guess you had wrote on your Facebook page that he beat up somebody, a woman, and then he went to jail or something, right?
Everybody knows that.
Well, I do know. I think he was living with some indie wrestler. I think her name was Blaze or something. And the rumor has it something went down there. But let me ask you this then. He's saying you can't go to Canada because of your history. He can live in the United States because he doesn't have any issues.
I don't know what his issues are. I can't go to Canada. That's true. Because of DUI. Canada won't let you in for DUI. They'll let terrorists in, but they won't let you in with a DUI. I mean, I used to like Canada because I had a lot of girls there. But once they did that shit to me, like cutting me off from coming, I see we're right at that wrong. That's how fuck Canada. And they call me all the time for shows. Come do a show, come do a show. I can't get in. Fuck.
Wish everybody out there watching. We're going to post this. I'm sorry for the YouTube link. I'll get that up. I do apologize. Thank you all for joining us on this Facebook page. The great Marty Jannetty. Marty, I want to wish you and your beautiful other half a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You too, man.
And you know what? You're a true man. And if you do show back up on Hannibal's channel,
are you going to be mad?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But again,
you think I'm an idiot, right?
Yeah, but that's hey, look, that's me. What am I going to tell you? You know what I mean?
Okay, if you ask me right now, ask me right now. Will I make up with him?
Will you make up with him?
If he apologizes.
Exactly.
If he says, "Man, I overreacted."
So let's end it with this, Marty. Give your parting words to Hannibal. About his videos. That's that's your olive leaf. That's your Thanksgiving gift to the on the cusp Hannibal.
Hannibal. I know you're seeing this. What the fuck happened to you, man? I thought we were boys. Why would you do that shit? Man, there's so many things I could do that I won't. I'm gonna give you a chance, bro. I'm gonna give you a chance. Right.
With that, the great Marty Jannetty, everybody. Marty, God bless you again. We'll talk soon.
What are you gonna eat tomorrow? Turkey or ham?
Both.
Both.
That's it. I'll see you later, Marty. God bless. Couple things I want to cover, Jimmy.
Yeah.
500 level has now improved on the M&P code. Now go to MP30 for 30% off. Jimmy, I got to tell you something, right? I was at the beach again, 500 level. If you guys haven't looked at the shirts, right, go to the website. It's incredible. And I got to be honest, right? So it was a little chilly today. I brought the dogs to the beach. I was off work for the Jewish holidays,
today.
right?
It's cold.
It was cold,
Yeah.
but
Well,
I have from 500 level, I have a Roman Reigns sweatshirt. Now, usually sweatshirts are not always the nicest fabric, unless I'm into really nice fabric because I just don't like things up against my skin. So usually I'll get thinner type of shirts, but this is a heavy sweatshirt. The fabric, unbelievable. And you're going to get a deal at 30% off, Jimmy. I mean, my God, it's a no-brainer, guys. I am telling you, once you get one shirt from them, you'll get 50. I guarantee it. And they've got all the sports. Yeah, dude, tell me what you think of it, Jimmy.
They're so comfortable. I got to get a long sleeve now. I'm telling you, I got to, because it was chilly today, especially for a guy who's been in Panama City Beach the last 2 years. It was chilly today, and I love the material. It's so silky. Is that the right word for it? I don't know.
No, absolutely. Absolutely, dude.
It's so comfortable. So, yeah, I got to get myself some leveled long sleeves. That's for sure. 30%.
And again,
off,
it doesn't, they got plenty of wrestling stuff. They got baseball stuff. They've got football. They got everything, dude. MMA. They got it all, man. And I'm telling you, it's very high quality. Again, 500 level code MP30, 30% off. So if a T-shirt costs you $20, what's 30% off on $20, dude?
It's enough. 10 plus another 20% tacked on top. Not much. It's a steal. It's a steal.
I agree. I want to remind everybody too, the Monte The Pharaoh show, hit the QR code, be willing to check out our shows on YouTube, where we got almost 24,000 subscribers. Go to our Facebook page where we're approaching 27,000 subscribers. And again, if you feel like donating to the show, please go to the Monte The Pharaoh webpage, hit donate. Helps us bring in more guests. Trying to entertain Jim. We've got the big event coming up, so a lot of good stuff happening right now.
Hey man, what you gonna do when it all comes back to you? Think man, what you gonna say when it all falls away? Today, nothing ever found. Take a look around above the ground. There's no love out on the streets today. It's a mystery. Some say there's a better way. People love to talk to ease the pain. No way it's ever gonna solve a thing. Speak out, love to hear your voice. War and hate to seem to be the drugs of choice. Tell me what tomorrow brings. It's a mystery. Open your eyes to truly see that there's no more time left for you and me. Now such a mystery that we refuse to see. Look at history. the time we're late. Better grab what's yours, don't hesitate. I don't say you didn't really have a clue.